could lead to one of the most radical turnabouts of our time in strategic nuclear policy, and we will spend most of this broadcast trying to put that extraordinary proposal into some kind of perspective. But when the president went on television this evening to talk about the Soviet military buildup and the need for an increased U.S. defense budget, he was doing so within minutes of a decisive rejection by the House of Representatives. They had just cut his proposed defense spending increase by more than half.
Okay, so I've got this really great idea. So let me give you a vision of the future that brings hope. Okay, so what I propose is you know, lasers and stuff, lasers, we put them in space, and when the Soviet Union tries to kill us, we're gonna stop them from killing us, which I think is a good idea. It goes blam, and you go, and then we don't die. And it's pretty good. So let me show you how it works. So how it's gonna work is we'll have these active satellites that are up all the time, that kind of hover over the danger zones, and then when the Soviets shoot up a missile, you see that? These satellites shoot these lasers at them from space, pew pew, you know, and the lasers blow up the bomb before it can reach the U.S. And we're fine, and then we can shoot the Soviets with the lasers, and then America is great. And see, there's me. Look at me. Hi. Wouldn't that be rad?
Needless to say, we were stunned.
Излишни говорит, что мы были совершенно ошеломлены.
Lasers. What?
Лазеры. Какие?
I mean, we had no idea where to begin. We started with very basic aerodynamic tests, trying to gather basic information about velocity and, the logistics of shooting an object out of the sky. Most of our tests were fruitless, to say the least. Not to mention there was the whole thing with the lasers, and oh boy, that was an interesting one. That was very interesting.
Думали, что мы были вещами, собирались поставить спутники, стрелять верденными ракетами. Это страшно! Holy shit! Мы старались изо сил, чтобы конкурировать, но конце концов мы решили, что лучше не были ванксив оскаржить коллидорной войны. Я так себе занят время. У них Советский Союз изнутри. Мою любовь. Yes. Oh, so pretty, yes.
Okay, so I don't think it would have been that bad of an idea. I saw Star Wars, and it's a pretty good movie. You should watch it sometime. But they had lasers. It worked out for them. Why wouldn't it work out for us? But they wouldn't give me any money, and I guess it's a little bit far-fetched. But I still think it would have been pretty cool.
The funny thing was, I wasn't expecting it at all, but after a while we kind of got into it. I mean, we had actual legitimate designs and plans, and we were like, hey, this could actually work somehow. I'm not gonna lie, we were actually getting pretty excited about the project as a whole. What we realized is that the system could work over a system of computers that were operated from space and from the ground. We had this railgun system all in development that could shoot projectiles at unprecedented speeds. We called it Checkmate. Yeah, I know. We were making little breakthroughs every day with X-ray laser technology, and the idea seemed more like a reality every day. Well, until it didn't. The problem was that as we got further along, we realized we would need an incredible amount of nuclear power, and at the time that was, it was a lot of nuclear power. Plus we were fighting with budget cuts, a lot.
God!
Dave!
He's cheating! What?
Dave! Interview.
He's cheating.
I don't care. I don't care.
But I never went
I don't
to
care.
figure out.
I don't care. Yeah, then the project just fell apart completely.
Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the 6th branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement.